त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. If you're on Zoom or YouTube, hearty welcome. Welcome to those who are here in person. Lovely you could join us. So this is Philip here, and I'm Lynn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
And Philip, what we thought we would talk about, we talked about the spirit. What is the spirit last week? And when we get our self-realization, which we'll go through shortly, we have an affirmation that we say, I am the spirit. So for many of us who've already got our self-realization, how can we confirm that we are the spirit? Are we the spirit? Are we the spirit?
Yes.
So that's the information we want to focus on today. And if anyone has any questions at any time, feel free. If you're on YouTube, you can WhatsApp message us. Otherwise, if you're on Zoom, of course, feel free to use the chat. We do like a good question if you've got one. But Philip, you've got a few quotes about the spirit.
Right, yeah.
Do you want to give us...
It's an interesting subject because to know the spirit is a personal experience, and because it's within us, and historically it's been spoken of, and to know it collectively is not possible until this era, because we've got to evolve to be the spirit. The spirit is often regarded as the self, and the self today is often regarded as the ego, but they are different. But it's a quality that's within our heart. And it's through Sahaja Yoga, when Shri Mataji started in 1970, through the awakening of the Kundalini, the process starts. And if you're familiar with the Sahaja Yoga chart, we have the blue side, which is our left side, our emotions.
Which everyone's here can see. I will just, the miracle of turning the laptop, we can see the chart.
There we are.
And me, but Philip, do carry on.
That's all right. The left side came into being, which started creation. We went through the formation of everything, all the land, and went through the Neanderthal up to the human. The right side came in, the yellow line, which made us to the human being and the ego. So we evolved, we're stepping up to become the human being. And then the next movement is through the awakening of the Kundalini within ourselves which just allows us to become the spirit. It's almost a subject that is beyond words, because it's that big, open silence of the universe, which is love, placed in our heart. And it's the experience. Now, we can explain it through our own experience. And I talk personally, when I first came to Sahaja Yoga, it wasn't until I felt it, I went, oh, it's so subtle and beautiful, and yet it's the power of the universe reflected in our heart. We could call it God, God Almighty, Allah, whatever you like to name it, Shiva, whatever you like to call it. And different cultures have different names. But it's something we've got to evolve to as the meaning of our existence. Because it's quite obvious that human beings haven't found the answer. And this is what Shri Mataji brought to the earth in 1970 through Sahaja Yoga, the realization of the Kundalini, the awakening of it. And when we develop that through our meditation, because we reach that beautiful space within ourselves, which is silent, which is the real meditation, that quality appears. It doesn't appear when we're cluttered. It comes in, and when you feel it within yourself, it's like, oh, it's silent, it's beautiful. And it's been described traditionally through different cultures and different religions, as many incarnations and saints have come to talk about that yoga, that second birth, that moksha, that enlightenment, which leads to this. And it's our birthright, actually. It's what evolution of the human being is all about, is to reach that meaning of why we're here. All this didn't happen for us to get into a mess like we're in now as humans.
And yeah, it's kind of comforting to know that there is a big divine plan, and it's not just the world is in a big mess, and now we've you know, we haven't made it. We messed it up, and you know, so blow the whole world up. It's not working.
And it's not the wealth or the opulence or materialism which is the answer. It's each individual has this subtle system within them, and when it's awakened by the Kundalini, then you can evolve to be the spirit through your desire, through your meditation process, and that actually evolves within inside ourselves to show us our meaning. And that's why everyone has got a subtle body within them. It's because it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. That is in a way, your right to find yourself, which is your spirit. And it goes beyond everything. It's, as I said, it's that silent big space, which is there. And it's like, it's vast, it's big, but it's in our heart. And when you reach that in your meditation, which is your own experience, it's like, oh, it's silent and beautiful. It's associated with love in its true meaning.
And it's something we have to believe, but not believe through our mental understanding.
Exactly. It's different.
We believe it because we feel it, and they go, whoa, yes, we are. We are that.
Well, that's the beauty, and I've seen it in many people who have come to Sahaja Yoga, and I speak personally, is that, oh, it's beyond the words almost, and it's like, oh, that's what you're talking about, because it is so subtle and beautiful. But at the same time, it's actually extremely strong, but it's not loud or boisterous. It's not the ego. It's not the superego. It's the actual spirit, or the Atma, and it's in the heart. And it's called the Atma in the heart, which is related to the Paramatma in Sanskrit, which is the big heart out there, call it God if you wish. So there's a relationship that goes there, and it's beautiful. I'll just do a little quote here, which I found today. It's a well-known, particularly in India and also in Sahaja Yoga, because we use it quite a lot. It's to do with what Tadnishkala, which Adi Shankaracharya wrote. And he's from the 8th century, so this goes back a long way. He says, well, we are neither the mind, the intelligence, ego, nor chitta, but chitta is attention. We're neither the ears, nor the tongue, nor the sense of smell and sight. We're neither the ether nor the air. We're not the 5 vital breaths. We're not the elements. We're not the feet or the hands or the organs of action. We're nothing of pride or ego or liberation or having desires or delusion. He's mentioning all these things that we have within us as a human. We are eternal bliss and awareness. I am Shiva, I am Shiva. And what he's saying there, I am the spirit, is it which is beyond all that. And this is a beautiful thing which Shri Mataji is allowed to occur, and by coming and showing us, is that that's not just words. We can experience it for ourselves. This is why we do these programs. No strings attached, no money involved, because you humans deserve it. It's time for us to feel that and have that. And it's the answer. It's and it's through experience you do find that. I don't want to get too glossy or anything like that, but there is. And I'm talking personal experience, like, well, you can, and a lot of people around the world can. And this is why people need to have their awakening, follow the practice of Sahaja Yoga in the sense of meditation, so you can feel it. It's an evolving thing within ourselves. You can feel something to start with. As you're more on the center channel, as that develops within, you feel it more and more within yourself. So it's it can take time sometimes to have it fully developed, but it is there for you. We weren't in a hurry to be the human, and all evolutionary processes do take time, and the spirit can be felt on awakening, but then you have to develop and let it be there, and you have to be patient with yourself. And I think, have I run out of words?
Well, I think you're leading into, we've got a very short excerpt of Shri Mataji talking about the spirit.
Yeah.
So we can then lead into actually awakening our spirit.
Yes, for you to feel.
Through our Kundalini, which, in case some of you haven't already done that. And then we've got another excerpt, which is going even deeper into that idea of the spirit and the essence of us being truth and joy. And which that'll take us into another meditation afterwards.
It's there in us. It's available.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
So nice. So let's hear this short excerpt to start with, and then we'll go through that process of meditation where we become the spirit. Play that here for everyone.
I bow to all the seekers of truth. As I told yesterday to you that truth is what it is. It will be what it will be. You cannot change the truth for your adaptation or for your mental projection or for your own convenience. It will remain whatever it is. The first point of truth is that it establishes itself despite all kinds of agencies or all kinds of forces which are anti. Second, it is that it caters for the honest seekers. It's like a little root coming out of the seed, goes round and round, fix itself onto the source. The third is that it may shatter some of your ideas. It may upset some of your convictions. But when it appears, it is such a great joy that absolutely you are lost in the ocean of that enjoyment. You forget everything that you have lost. You are happy that you have lost that dirty boat of yours, that hanging and everything that you had, and now that you have become one with the ocean of joy. The truth is your spirit. It is eternal. It is the expression of God within. Because we have not been able to achieve. That in our consciousness, we are disturbed, upset, feel sometimes as if we are ruined people. But spirit cannot be ruined. It cannot be dried out. It cannot be killed. It resurrects you, fills you up with all the blessings of the divine. That's the connection you have to get. Any instrument that is made, if it is not connected to the mains, has no meaning. In the same way, you are made so beautifully, so gloriously and delicately, that only thing we have to do is to put to the mains. And the joy of becoming yourself is fantastic. So the second point which I said was that it can be shattered, your condition. And that's why I have to tell you that when you listen to me, you should not get upset. It is not at all to upset you. I have nothing to get from it, nothing to get. This is your own property within you, and you have to remove all the shackles, all the overpowering ignorance, and just get to the truth as it is and as it manifests. The manifestation of the truth, the spirit, is beyond human understanding, in the sense that it is a happening. It happens to you that you become the spirit. And something that has to happen cannot be comprehended with this limited brain, because I am talking about something that is unlimited. So you have to be prepared to be triggered into the space which is unlimited. This happening is definitely miraculous and spontaneous. It is the greatest happening that a human being can ever.
So on that note, let's get connected to the mains. Philip, do you want to give a little explanation of what we're going to do?
Okay.
And I'll put up a visual for everyone online of what we're going to do.
As you can see on the visual, we place our hands on various sections of our body, which relates to the subtle system within us. And at those points, we express a desire, remembering that all we do is expressing a desire. This energy is there, the Kundalini, waiting to uncoil, to give us the yoga through the top of the head as a breeze, as a breath. And all we need to do is just have the desire and let it work.
Yep, we're showing you the visual now
Okay.
of what we do to get connected.
Yeah.
So everyone here, of course, can see us with our hand movements, but just for all of you online, approximately we'll be putting our hand on the different chakras.
Different chakras, yeah.
Energy centers with a question, then an affirmation. And it's remarkable that it's just through our desire and
Just follow that there.
our wanting.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll put our hand, right hand on our left hip. And here we ask for the pure knowledge, the knowledge which is beneficial for us, the knowledge of ourself, knowledge of the spirit. Because that's what we are to become, to know ourselves. Take the right hand up to the left-hand side of the stomach. And this is where Mother Kundalini I am my own master. We can ask the question also, am I my own master? Because this is one of the beautiful things about Sahaja Yoga. You come to understand your own system inside and you become your own teacher. Mother, am I my own teacher, guru or master? We have to know ourselves, and that knowledge is part of that. Take that right hand up to our physical heart on the left-hand side, the sternum bone. This is where the spirit resides, what we've been speaking about. And that's the throbbing of the heart. The beat of the heart is a reflection of that eternal energy, which is there. And here we can ask that question, am I spirit? Am I the spirit? And we can affirm that because that's what we are, that we are the spirit. That's our real being, is our spirit in our heart. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. Take that right hand up to the left shoulder where it joins the neck. This area is affected if we feel guilty. So we can just say to ourselves, I am not guilty. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. Sometimes we carry guilt with us about what was said or done. We need to leave that behind. I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Let's take that right hand to the back of the head. This is where our superego sits. It's our past. It's our memory. It's where things are stored. And here we forgive ourselves. We may be feeling guilty or whatever about things that have occurred. We have to forgive ourselves. It means we clear the past. I forgive myself. We let things go. I forgive myself. You take that right hand across the forehead. This is where the human ego sits. And here to help our ego, to make it level with each other, I forgive everyone. Very important quality. I forgive everyone. We just forgive. Most likely one of our greatest qualities. I forgive. Which helps us and helps other people. I forgive. We can also ask to be a forgiving person. I forgive. We'll take that right hand and place it on the top of our head. This is our lotus chakra, our Sarasrara. Here we ask for the yoga, we ask for the self-realization, second birth, the enlightenment, the moksha. We ask to receive that. You can massage that area slightly, just softly. Because when that kundalini, that cool breeze passes through here, that means we're, as Shri Mataji puts it, we're plugged into the mains. That means that subtle breath inside ourselves, which is uncoiled, makes connection with the greater self outside. We get connected. We have yoga, union. Just ask again, please give me my union, my self-realization, my yoga. You can lift that hand up slightly to see if you feel a cool breeze above the head. It's subtle, but it should be there. Bring our right hand back to our lap. Just keep our attention on the top of our head. That's above our thoughts. We can take our right hand, run it up, slowly up the front of the body, following the spine. We're encouraging the kundalini, this mothering energy, to strengthen. We're lifting it, and she responds to us. Feel again at the top. It'll be quite subtle. We'll have another meditation later, which will most likely strengthen that experience for you. You're probably finding that you're feeling much quieter inside, because when that energy passes through the chakra, which is here, the optic chiasma, it places our attention into the moment. It's a process that occurs. You can lift the kundalini again, feel at the top. There are thoughts still there. Just say, I forgive. I forgive. We can open our eyes and lift our hands up and just see if you feel a cool breeze in your hands. It's an indication, if there's a cool breeze flowing in our hands, that the Kundalini has passed through the top chakra. It's like the pneuma, the breath.
And just quickly before we put on the second excerpt that we mentioned, it's an early talk from 1977 where Shri Mataji talks a little bit more about the spirit and the qualities of our divinity, really. We can just try and bring ourselves even more into the present by just using the elements. So when you get your connection to that divine energy, into our spirit, the elements of the earth really work for us. So the earth, the fire, the air, the water. So we can use those to help bring us back into the present. So those two main exercises that we do is where we keep one hand, the left hand in this case, on our lap, and the right hand will drop down towards the earth. And just with our eyes closed, we're asking Mother Kundalini, please take away any imbalance or disturbance on my left side into the earth. So the earth will suck out any emotions or things from the past that keep taking us back there over and over. So all the memories that we don't need to keep going over. Please clear my left side. The left hand is open on our lap and the right hand is down either on the earth if you're sitting on the ground or just drop down towards the earth. Our attention still up on the top of our head where we were placing our hand earlier. And any thoughts of the past that come, we can say, not this thought, not now, not this thought. And just don't answer. Whatever comes to mind, let it flow on by. Not now, not this thought. Mother Kundalini, please clear my left side. Let me be in the present. Awaken my pure desire to be the spirit. And now bringing the right hand onto our lap, and the left one will bend so that our hand is facing behind. And we're asking our Mother Kundalini to please clear my right side. Please bring me back from the futuristic thoughts. Please reduce my thinking. And again, not this thought, not this thought. Mother Kundalini, please bring me back from the future. And let all my actions be from my pure desire only. My pure desire to be one with my spirit. And now bringing both hands down on your lap. Just again, raising the Kundalini energy up with that right hand through that central channel, touching the top. And while you're doing that, I'll just prepare the second excerpt that I was mentioning. And is it here? It's coming. So this is an audio only. Just staying in that meditative mood. Is that talk on? It's here somewhere. Got it. Just staying in a meditative mood. Philip might get our second meditation going while I fiddle around with this talk that's hiding from me. Philip's laughing because technology always makes him laugh.
She's better than me.
That's the myth. It's coming. Is that not opening? Maybe it's open. This should be it. Okay, now. Is this it? Question. This is it.
The most precious thing that we have within ourselves. The preciousness of your spirit is immeasurable, and that's why it is called as a thing of eternal value, because it is infinite. You cannot measure. Now, God, the Almighty, we say, is Sat Chit Anand. Sat means the truth. The truth we understand in human terminology is relative. But the Sat I am telling you is the absolute from where all the relations start. Example, I'll tell you how to understand. This earth has got oceans and rivers and all kinds of waters, you can say. But earth is enveloping all of them. If the Mother Earth was not there, there could not have been any of these existing. So we can say that Mother Earth is the support of all the things that exist on her. She is enveloping us. In the atoms she exists. In the big mountains she exists. Because the elements are part of that earth. In the same way, God Almighty, the Sat part of Him, the truth, is the support of all the things that are created or not created. Another example you try to understand. How the Sat is the Purusha, is the God, who does not take actual part in the creation itself, but is a catalyst. The example can be like this, that I am doing all the work, I am creating everything, but I have a light in my hand. Without the light, I cannot do anything. Light is the support of my work. But the light does not in any way do anything about what I do. In the same way, God Almighty is just a witness, like a light. But his another quality is his chitta, is his attention. When it is excited, in Sanskrit there's a very good word, spurad, is pulsates. When it pulsates, his attention when it pulsates, then through his attention he starts creating. And he has third quality, which we call as Anand. Anand is the feeling of joy that he gets by his perception, by his creation. The joy that he gets. All these three things, when they are at a 0 point where they meet, then they become the principle of Brahma, where these three things are one, where there is complete silence. Nothing is created, nothing is manifested, but the joy is one with the attention. Because attention has reached and merged into joy, and joy has become one with the truth. This combination of three qualities separate and create three types of phenomena. The Anand, the joy in God, moves with his creation and with the truth. When the joy starts moving with the creation starts moving down from first the truth stage to asat, from sat to untruth, to maya, to illusion. And that time the creation starts on the right hand side. The creative forces start working out, and when it starts working out, the joy in it, which is on the left hand side, is the emotional side of God, also starts becoming grosser and grosser. The creation starts becoming grosser, and the joy in it also starts becoming grosser. And the light of God also starts becoming grosser and grosser and grosser, till they reach a stage where there is, we can say, a complete darkness of tamoguna, the complete creation of the creativity, and the complete sleeping of the joy element. Clearer? Do you understand now Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati? That's why Christ said, I am the light. Because he represents the Sat, the light of God. And light of God becomes absolutely gross, dormant, dead when it reaches the seventh stage of creation. All these things go deeper and deeper, becoming grosser and grosser. That's one part of the parabole. Now the another part of the parabole starts when you are ascending back to God Almighty. That grossness now gradually starts becoming higher and higher, subtler and subtler, and finer and finer.
So it's something we need to listen to quite a few times, really. But that's the interesting point where we are at, that now we're trying to become subtler and subtler. So let's just have a bit of meditation before we finish. Again, taking our attention back up to the top of our head. We'll just try and maintain a bit of flute music with that. So we'll just finish our meditation and then we'll have a few questions. I know we've got at least one there we can answer. But let's raise our Kundalini and put on our Bandhan, which is, for those of you who've done it before, just go straight to it. And in case you have not done this before, it's the two hands circling each other all the way up to the top of our head, looking up and tying a knot. So we're symbolically keeping our Kundalini, our attention, up there on our 7th chakra. 2 knots for the second time. So we've got those 3 channels. Is this the second one or the third one?
It's my third.
Third. Okay, thanks, Caution. And then we put those lovely vibrations we're feeling in our hands all over our aura, 7 times over and back. So that lovely number 7, 7 chakras, 7 bandhans, and lost count. So lots of things to contemplate there, but I think there's one question about forgiving, which is a really good question. Was our chats here? Yes. So what if I cannot forgive someone? That's a really good question. And you don't have to dwell on the particular person or thing that you can't, because, you know, some people have done terrible things to us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about that and what has been done from your side of hurt, then you can think, oh, I can't forgive. No, that's it, can't forgive. But if you forgive in general, and then sometime when that memory comes back to you, you see a different side of it and it doesn't affect you as much. So you've got to let that forgiveness for some things happen, as opposed to, you know, beating yourself because you're not forgiving, or saying that can't do it, not going to forgive that person, which interestingly happened to someone I know. I won't say who it is because she might be online.
There's a difference. If,
or here, yes.
if you can, forgiveness doesn't mean you forget about it. It means that you leave it alone. And as Lynn said, there are circumstances where it can be hard, but as you meditate, I forgive, and this opened, you'll find it's much more soft as you go along. Forgiveness doesn't mean you forget.
Yeah.
You just don't hang hold of it. I know it's a difficult one sometimes.
And also you've got to have that faith that every action has a reaction. So
yes,
meaning
exactly,
if we do something wrong, you know, we'll fall over or something will happen.
And if we don't forget it, actually.
But if somebody else is annoyed at you for whatever you've done, then they take the reaction.
If you don't forgive, it actually sits on you.
Yeah, you keep getting that.
It affects here. And you can speak from experience, and it hangs on, and it's not a nice feeling. Yeah. But anyway, good question. Yeah.
Yes. And it was discovered that because they came into contact with each other and both stayed in the present and got along nicely, and that question of not being able to forgive kind of got worked out.
It's a big one, but just...
It is. So just watch that
just
space,
say to yourself,
I guess.
I forgive. It's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, we know the hurt it gives us if we don't forgive someone. Whereas if you can just let it go and let the reaction and whatever karma. You've got something nice to read to us?
Yeah, it was actually
lovely.
It's worked out to be relevant.
Perfect, relevant, excellent.
It's a lovely little quote by Carl Jung, who was a great soul himself, quite an enlightened man. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. That's beautiful. That's the forgiveness in that itself.
Yeah, that's true, because you can just avoid yourself constantly if you're seeing everything that everyone else does wrong all the time. And then who's correcting anyone? Everyone's busy correcting everyone else, and it doesn't help anyway, does it? No one gets corrected by by me telling you, Chaitanya, you're not doing your buttons up properly. Always, I see your buttons are not done up properly. Okay, I may be being frivolous, but yeah, it's a very good point, though.
It's the quality that's actually here, and we've evolved up through the stages, and it came 2,000 years ago through Christ, this forgiveness. And it's a later one as we evolved and developed our ego, and it's a very good way of letting the ego soften, because we can get all agitated, and we're human, we've got an ego. But the thing is, through realization, as this opens more and more here and we forgive, the ego drops and things are easier. So it's an evolving thing. It's a big quality, and it's really needed in the world today.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. Because what we think is really horrific that someone else is doing, well, what's in us we don't think is very bad, but it actually is by other people may judge you.
Yeah.
Something about
it's a big thing, but you'll find as you develop the meditation in Sahaja Yoga that it becomes easier and you feel better. You feel much lighter.
Yeah, yep, good point. Yep.
Hurt
Yes,
and pain.
of course.
It means that your hurt and pain is actually your superego. You've been hurt on your left side, understandably. People can wound us, and people can be malevolent and horrible. So it sounds like what's happened to you is your left side's been affected. Your superego has been damaged, your left side, and you're holding on to it. I know it's a big thing and it can go on for a while, but if you're going to practice the meditation, just say, I forgive. Don't feel like, and let's see what happens, how it develops for you, because that's for your advantage. And if that person's not in your sight, in your life, it's probably easier. And it happens to a lot of people in our life. We have this relative, that mum, dad, it's common.
Yeah.
And just, and you'll feel better. I know it's hard, but yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyway, thank you, she says. Yeah. I hope the thing is, if you practice this meditation, it'll become better, but be patient with yourself, because this is an ongoing thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and the hurt, it eases. It eases, and then you're able to be in the present more, and going back to that hurt, you find it eases off. It's
it does. It becomes
not
better.
as harsh.
But be patient with yourself. That's important.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The passing of time, that was your first time. Well done. Gosh, it's so good to, contemplate all those big issues. They are big issues.
Yeah, it will ease, as you said. And don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Just take it easy and let it soften. Yeah.
And keep at it, keep practicing.
Yes, that's the secret.
And we get those moments of joy.
I know we nag a bit about it, but the secret is the meditation. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a long period of time. As you saw, we didn't do it for very long, but I feel better.
Yeah, you will.
So thank you everyone for your company. And we definitely look forward to the next time. We'll listen to the other half of that talk too for our second meditation next week. Unless somebody tells me I can't do it. No. Good night, everyone. Thank you again for joining. And love to see you again. Good night. Thank you.